Sunday, March. What is it? April
20th. 02 but 20. Huh? What is it? No, 20.
Oh, 20, sorry. Immortality.
Immortality.
Today we start.
नैवेद्यं स्यात् सदा मृत्युः अनाहतध्वनिर्घण्टा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरम् सहस्रारं भवेच्छद्रं शब्दतत्त्वं च गीतकम् वृत्तिमिन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तथा सुमेखलां पद्ममालां पुष्पं तथा अमायाद्यै भावपुष्पै अर्चयेत् भावगोचरम् अमायम् अनहङ्कारम् अरागम् अमदं तथा अमोहकमदम्भं च अद्वेषाक्षोभकौ तथा अमात्सर्यं प्रलोभं च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधा अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रह दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् शिवम्
ये पैर बार आता रहता है,
क्या है?
ये पैर लॉगिन
People not
just comes in every now and then.
clear people.
Yeah. Maybe not, I don't know, but it's like I'm doing nothing. Yeah, आ जाएगा वो tax. Whatever I'm doing is coming.
47 only use
See, again, this is paper. How do you do that?
सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय
you start, it will automatically
नैवेद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः पुष्पांजलि सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः देशसचन्दन पुष्पांजलि सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपिण्यै श्री शारदा देव्यै नमः। ओम ओम येष सचंदन पुष्पांजलि श्रीमद् विवेकानंदाय नमः। ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहं। परतत्त्वे सदा लीनो रामकृष्णसमाज्ञया यो धर्मस्थापनरतो वीरेशं तं नमाम्यहम्। शेषसचन्दनपुष्पाञ्जलिः साङ्गाय सावर्णाय सशक्तिकाय सपार्षदाय सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय श्रीरामकृष्णाय नमः। Now there will be arati.
ईश्वर हे नारोहर ईश्वर हे नारोहर देह पावे अनुराग नीराय संशय दृढ़ीशाय मानसोहाय निष्कारण भगवत शरण निष्कारण भगवत शरण हरि जाति संवाद प्रभु श्रीपाद भव पुष्पाद वारिजथाय प्रेमार्पण समुदर्शन प्रेमार्पण समुदर्शन जग जन दुख जाय संपद प्रभु श्रीपद भव पुष्पद पारिजथाय प्रेमार्पण समुदर्शन प्रेमार्पण समुदर्शन जग जन दुख जाय नमो नमो प्रभु आत्मनातीत नमो नमो प्रभु आत्मनातीत मन वचन एकाधार प्रभु मन वचन एकाधार ज्योतिर्ज्योतिर जलवृत्तिकन्दर ज्योतिर्ज्योतिर जलवृत्तिकन्दर तुम्हें कम भंजनहार प्रभु तुम्हें कम भंजनहार नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्मनातीत नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्मनातीत मन वचन एकाधार प्रभु मन वचन एकाधार ज्योतिर्ज्योतिर जलवृत्तिकन्दर ज्योतिर्ज्योतिर जलवृत्तिकन्दर तुम्हें तम भंजनहार प्रभु तुम्हें तम भंजनहार लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग गायছে छंद भक्त वृंद आरती তোমার গাইছে ছন্দ ভক্ত বৃন্দ আরতি তোমার জয় জয় আরতি তোমার হর হর আরতি তোমার শিব শিব আরতি তোমার হন্নানা ভাব বন্ধনা জাগ বন্দনা বন্দে তোমার जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय। सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमयी नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय 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 श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय जय श्री शारदा देवी की जय जय श्री स्वामी विवेकानंद की जय।
Where is your Adya? Huh? Okay, is here, okay. I was not able to see her. Okay, huh? Yeah. So you can sit Adya here, by the side of Sinduri, so that I can see you. So today is a very special day, Easter. It is, of course, according to some Christians, the most important day in Christian annals. Others do not ascribe to that, all Christians do not ascribe to that as it is the most important day, but certainly it is a very, very important festival day. And if you look at that, it is also a very important day in the religious history of mankind. Because here you have the promise of immortality. Now, whether you believe the physical resurrection of Jesus or not, actually most people don't believe it. But certainly it is a spiritual resurrection. Means Jesus showed that the death of the body is not one's own death. It is, he had gone beyond the body awareness, and that is the way that one can become immortal. So, of course, here we usually always speak in the context of Bhagavad Gita. For many years we have been having this practice that Bhagavad Gita is the basic scripture that we study here. And so today also in our discussion of immortality, we will invoke the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. That this was an introduction that I gave about the importance of today. But immortality has been always in the forefront of the very basis of religion. So let us do our regular prayers to Krishna and then to Bhagavad Gita. Vande Vamshidharam Krishnam Smayamanam Mukhambujam Pitambaradharam Neelam Malyachandanabhushitam Radha Chitta Chakurindra Saundarya Sumahudadhim Parat Parataram Devam Brahmananda Kripanidhi Om Pathaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Puranam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshini Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayini Ambatvam Anusvandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshvini. In this last verse that we chanted, bringing out the glory of Bhagavad Gita, there comes the word immortality. The nectar is that which brings the immortality to human souls. So, what is the nectar here? Advaitamrita. Amrita is the nectar that brings immortality. But this nectar is not a physical liquid, that a potion, that drinking which you become immortal. Nothing like that. Let us never harbor this idea. This idea keeps on coming to human beings because two reasons are there combined. One is everybody wants to be immortal. Even if the life is fraught with so many difficulties, So many problems, we still crave for the sustenance of our physical existence. We want to be immortal. Even those who want to commit suicide, they really do not want to die. They want to get out of these situations. Isn't it, Teresa?
Yes.
Yeah. So they want to get. She deals with
What is
suicide cases and all that. Yeah. So that is why a statement I made has a stamp of authority. So it is. Nobody wants to die. Even though there are many suffering, that famous story that Sri Ramakrishna used to tell, that a old lady was having so much problem, didn't have any money, somehow was surviving by picking up some dry sticks from the forest, selling them and making a few pennies out of that, and was every time would say, "Oh Lord, now take me away, I can't bear this life anymore, why don't you take me away?" And as it happened one day that God was walking from that. Now, how it happened, don't ask me, this is the story. And that did God also go for a walk or what? But somehow God was walking there by, and then heard and came there. Who are you? Oh, I am God. You were calling me, isn't it, to take you away? So I have come to take you away. Come, let's go. Now she started having second thoughts. That no, you misunderstood God. You see, I have become old and so cannot lift all these basket full of these sticks on my head. So just help me so that I can put it on my head and go to sell them. So that is how our idea is very beautifully depicted. All our struggles are to elongate this life on earth, show that there are many very rich people that they have paid enough money to keep their dead body in cold storage intact, so that in future some medicine will come out and then that will be able to make this body live again and keep on facing troubles again. That is, we are not tired of that actually, although verbally we express, but nobody really wants to die. All these efforts, they show that it is not only removing the troubles, but they wanting to cling to the life. So this mistake happens. Why this psychology is like this, that our nature is immortal. The self is immortal, but we superimpose that self on this continuously changing body which has to die. And if there is birth, then there is death also. It is. Therefore, in some now they celebrate death of people also. Come on, finally this fellow got released from this bondage of suffering here. So it is, death is, sometimes it is a blessing to get rid of all the painful surviving. But although the others think like that, the person who is actually on the center of discussion, that person doesn't feel like that. Okay, now it is, I can live for some time, I am doing something quite useful and so forth, So that person doesn't want. This clinging of this body and our immortal nature, that has created this difficulty that the body is matter and the spirit is consciousness, pure consciousness. So the tying of the two in Vedanta it is called Chit Jada Granthi. What is the word? Again say loudly.
Chit Jada Granthi.
What Sinduri? Did you understand? Say loudly. Chit.
Chit.
Chit. Jada. Granthi. Granthi means a knot. A knot. The consciousness and matter, they are tied as it were together in a very strong knot, cannot be untied easily. So therefore that is the root cause of our dying. And because if our nature is immortal, then how can I die? I cannot. But then this body has to be born, has to grow, and has to die. And there is no alternative to that. It has to die. It is, there is one doctor was telling me that now in his children were telling him, in due course now the regular understanding of death will change because all the different parts, even if they go bad, you can buy them separately and plug them in. It is, yeah, it is all plug and play device, you know. So, the heart is going bad. Okay, let buy another heart, and it will be available in shops, all the electronically made heart. After all, it is a pump, isn't it? It is a circulatory pump, that is heart. So it can be,
They just did that. The first fully artificial heart was like this year.
Yeah. Artificial heart would be, it is, so make it electronic or even using some biochemistry you can make a heart and they will be available for sale. Your heart is going bad, okay, you see what will fit there and then plug it in. So you will not have to die because of heart attack. Even if say liver is damaged, and get another liver, put it in there. Kidneys are damaged, okay, get another set, put it there. So a person will not die, like you already have these things going on very well, and millions of people have used that. They, like this throat, I am getting cough, okay, what is bad, lungs are not okay, so we will fit other lungs, then it will be alright. The knees and hip joints and many such joints, now you get them made of metal and then they are fitted and the fellow does very well, no problem at all. So, excellent job. It is, so in that sense, everything can be replaced, so a person will not die in the traditional sense of the term. Do you get it? It is that immortality will be like this, that somebody has those flip-flops, so using for 20 years, every year once the fellow changes the straps on the top and another time changes the sole. So both these things are getting changed. So what is after all a flip-flop? So everything will get changed. New brain will come, replacement of the brain. Somebody was saying that in the morning I heard that brain replacement, But you have to have originally a brain. If that is not there, then how can it be replaced? It is. There was no brain, then how the replacement can be done? So, it's joke apart, but yeah, the brain can be replaced or not. There is still debate on that. Other parts can be replaced, but can brain be replaced? And
That can be. You
huh?
already have a chip where you can store the memory of the person.
Yeah, and then take it out and then put it in. Yeah, so brain, we have some engineers, electronic and computer engineers. So they say that the brain also, the chip can be taken out, new chip can be inserted. So that is not really immortality, because all this is changing continuously. Only because of the memory we have the illusion that we are the same person. Like that flip-flop, and same flip-flop. Now everything has been changed several times. But yet we have the illusion it is the same flip-flop. So we are the same. The body has changed several times over, It is some anatomist, they say that in 7 years every particle of the body is already changed. So it is like that flip-flop thing. But still, because of the some confusion, we say that I am the same person. Did I not tell you that 20 years ago? Now that is the memory thing is that actually every particle in the body, in the one who is telling and the one to whom it is told, has completely changed. But still that illusion is there that I am the same person. One should give it a thought, that what is the same there? And then when you find out what was the same, then the problem will get solved. What was same that I am telling about? In fact, what is same, when we last time sent an email everywhere that this time the kinetic meeting will be on this day, April 20th. So it is, by the way, next time we are planning it on May 18th. So it is, now the one who decided that it will be on April 20th, this person is gone actually, a different person, but still feels that I know it is on 20th, and the one who came, same person came. How do you know it is same? The body is changing continuously. What doesn't change? That is the seed of immortality in everyone, that which does not change. And that is the spirit, the consciousness. And body has to change. The change is the name of the body. If you see a continuous series of chemical changes which are going on, and that gets called as body. Any student of biology will be able to tell this, that so many chemical reactions are going on all the time. That series is called as body. And so therefore body means it's the name of change. It is, and spirit that does not change. Now try to visualize this. The unchanging spirit tied to the changing body. And therefore we misidentify that immortality of the spirit with the mortality of the body. Body, every moment it is a different one. somehow we retain that illusion, it is the same. Now, this description comes in Bhagavad Gita very often. That in the second chapter you see Arjuna is being told again and again that look, the Atman does not change, doesn't have any impact, and therefore that is immortal. So don't think that you are killing anybody. You cannot kill anybody, nor anybody dies because of that. It is only Antavanta ime deha. In the second chapter, that very beautiful verse comes right in the when Krishna starts giving advice. Then this great verse comes. Antavanta ime deha nityasyoktaha sharirinaha. Deha means the bodies. How are they? Antavanta means they have to die. Antavan is means they are infused with this idea of death. They have to die. This I had mentioned this before in Sanskrit language. This Van, Vat, and all these Man, they are from the same root which indicate immensity. Immensity, like we have the word Janti ho Sandhya, you know that word Dhanavan. Dhanavan. Now who is Dhanavan? Literally, if you see, it will mean only the one who has money. But everybody will have a few coins in the pocket. Will that everybody will be called Dhanavan? Who is called somebody like Bill Gates or what are these Bezos? They will be called Dhanavan. Immensity of wealth. So immensity is indicated by this suffix, Vat, Van, and all that. So Antavan, the bodies are what? Antavan. Do you get it, Rishali? Antavan means that that death is immensely put there. There is no escape from death there. You are endowed with that. That is how Buddhiman. Everybody has buddhi. But it is not, as some people have, they are called Buddhiman. Otherwise, everybody has some buddhi. They are not some Einstein or somebody, very highly intelligent people. They are called Buddhiman. Otherwise, others are Yogatmananda and they are not really Buddhiman. Ordinary, everybody has that kind of intellect. But Buddhiman, Dhanavan, so it is like that. Ayushman, Ayushman, everybody lives for a second or two, even the microbes. Somebody born and died after 3 days. Sometimes it happens, the childbirth had problems, so was born and died. Will you call that Ayushman? Ayushman means who lived a long life. That is called Ayushman. So Antavan. Antavan means the death is immensely put in this body. Dehas. The Deha means body. But whose are these bodies? Nityasya. There is something connected to the body which does not die. Nityasya uktaha sharirinaha. Shariri and sharir. Sharir is the body that changes all the time. It is sure to change and therefore to die. But Shariri, the one who dwells in the body, again don't think in the body means if you dissect the body, you will find somewhere hidden. No, It is not in that sense. It is associated with the body, hidden in the body, just as a software is hidden in the hardware. And by breaking the hardware, you don't find it. It is similarly the spirit is pervading in that body. So that is Shariri, Sharir and Shariri. Very beautiful words these are. Remember always that Sharir, the body that you see externally, your eyes can see it, ears can hear it, and so forth. Shariri, the indweller of the body, and that is the best translation that we can have, indweller. It is Nitya, means permanent. It does not undergo any change, but we forget that and try to somehow make this body unchanging without realizing the unchanging, making body unchanging means die. And when the body dies, it does not change that fast. So it cannot move then, it cannot go anywhere, it doesn't get disease, isn't it? Our doctor told once one lady, she was telling, doctor, give me such medicine. In America, you can't do that. Give me such medicine that I am somehow, sometimes I come for my knees are having pains, or I have headache, or sometimes I get indigestion, sometimes I get fevers and all that. Give me such medicine that I will be fully healthy, I will not have any disease. And then the doctor said there was a train line going nearby there. Said, okay, when the train is about to come, lie down there. And then all your that problems will be solved. The idea is, if the body is living, there will be problems. It is not possible to have that unchanging, then die. That is the way the body is always changing, but the one whose body is this? That is where the religion begins. To have this question that who is using this body? Who is the indweller of this? Who is the unchanging reality of it? Think of it, unchanging. That is why, although everything is changing, we have the feeling of I am the same person. That, yes, Shubham will say, oh yes, I have come to Vedanta Society. I stayed there one time. I remember that. But now, what is same? It has changed so much since then. But something that has not changed. What is that which does not change? That is immortal, because it doesn't change. By definition, it will be immortal. It is, and also that will be therefore full of bliss. No adulteration of suffering in that. Full, unadulterated, constant bliss. That is the nature of that which does not change. So the blissful state also will not change. That is why we are seeking for it. These two reasons or three reasons that in Swami Vivekananda's Jnana Yoga book this has been mentioned, that all our wants can be summarized into three wants. We all want to survive, we want to be, they want to exist. Then they want to be happy, and also they want that I must know everything. want for knowledge. All these three are these primary wants of human beings. So, when will they be satisfied? What? Rashmi, when will they be satisfied? She was a bit sleeping, so when will these be satisfied?
I was not.
Huh?
I was not in.
Happiness.
Huh?
I was not paying attention.
That is why I asked you.
Never, never,
We have
never will be satisfied.
never will be satisfied.
Happiness.
That will be satisfied, but only in one condition. What Shubham do you think? When will that be satisfied? Your mom could not answer, but you can, isn't it? Mom said that will never be satisfied. What? When will that be satisfied?
When the train comes.
That will not be satisfied even if the train comes and runs on the body. Still, that will not be satisfied. When will that be satisfied?
When we realize that we are not the body.
When we realize that we are this self, we are the conscious entity, and which we know and yet do not know. And just this knowledge that I am not a part of this corporeal, this physical existence, that will not have to be tied to it. When this becomes separated, understood, this spirit is all pervading, there is no death to it. So the quest for being is satisfied. Since it doesn't have any wants, all wants are fulfilled. So being blissful, that is satisfied. You do not need any more additional bliss, because all bliss is already there. You do not have to add water into ocean to make it, wet. It is already wet. Adding more water is not going to make it wetter. So it is. Similarly, we will be the ocean of happiness. What, Adya, do you want to be like that? Ocean of happiness? No?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And then you will be all-knower, all perfect, always correct knowledge will be with you. Consciousness, you will be embodiment of knowledge. All knowledge will be with you, all existence will be with you, all bliss will be with you. And that is what we are striving for. And therefore, only way to fulfill the life is that. That know that you are not the body. That is what Jesus expressed also on that day for everybody to witness it. That was the beginning of the widespread of Christianity. That here is a being that was moving about, although was dead, was crucified, but he is not crucified. What did not get crucified was only the spirit. So that alone is real, and that is full of all that we want. So therefore, in Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter, a great verse comes that once you get it, then nothing remains to be achieved. Everything is achieved. Otherwise, nothing is achieved. The other side is horrible. And we keep on trying to achieve this, then this, then this. Or he says, now I will be finishing my bachelor's next year. Then what? Okay, then this. I will have to find a good job, or I will go to do the masters. Okay, you did it. Then what? Again, then what? Then what? It is like chasing the horizon. You don't get it there at all. You cannot find it. There is only, this is the only way, friends, that to hold on to your unchanging part, that unchanging aspect that will bring you to this knowledge that you are divine. And don't get identified with this heap of flesh, blood, and whatnot. Isn't it very illogical? Very illogical. And but since all of us make that mistake, we don't consider it mistake. And like one heap of this flesh, blood, and whatnot, I don't have to tell all those things there. That gets called as Amit, and another similar heap gets called as Yogatmananda, another similar heap gets called as a snake, or as elephant, or like that. There is nothing different there. How can one heap be I and another heap you? And give it a thought. I mean, our speciality is thinking, not it is like animals. They do not have that kind of thought process like human beings, at least as far as we know. It is so. Let us think. By thinking, we come to a conclusion. So, but this is the identification with body is so problematic, and it is kind of universal. So one has to therefore take up a spiritual practice. That in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, therefore there is this assertion by God that, Arjuna, I had told this yoga earlier also. It is imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. I had told it to Vivaswan. And then Vivaswan told it to Manu. Vivaswan manave praha Manu ikshvakave abravit. Manu told it to Ikshvaku. Like that, this yoga was transmitted to different generations and people practiced it. But then, that yoga kale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa, and that is the nature of time. Because of the time, that yoga that was very vibrant at one time became all degenerate, gone. It is nashta, it was destroyed. Kale, that is the great, that nature of time. It destroys, decimates everything. It is the beautiful cities, huge cities of yesteryears, they get destroyed, and you will have ocean waters there. They are predicting that many of our great cities, they will be soon underwater, gone. And then somewhere there was ocean, that the other cities come up there. Most of the city, that Mumbai, is a reclamation from the sea. So it is all like that, where there is no city comes up. Then it gets destroyed, whatever, something else comes up there. So it is time makes all this. Kale neha mahata. Remember this word. Because of the nature of time, that this is bound to happen. and therefore I have to do it again. Therefore I am telling it to you because you are my dear friend and students. So therefore I have come to tell you this again. And Arjuna is rolling his eyes, it seems. What are you telling? You and I are contemporary, and that Vivaswan and ages ago they lived. How could you have told them? Krishna and Arjuna similar age, So they were friends, playing together and so forth. So Arjuna feels very puzzled that what Krishna, did he have a dose of something? That why is he talking like this? That, now evam tejyat, so today, adya, I am telling you, bhakto sime sakha cheti, you are my devotee and friend also, and therefore I am telling this. And Arjuna therefore is poking him, what is this? What are you talking? That aparam bhavato janma, param janma vivasvatah. Oh, that your birth is just like, you are my contemporary, and that Vivaswan was born long ago. How could it be that you told Vivaswan? It is ununderstandable how it is a child was not the witness of the birth of the mother. So how can you be telling that? Now Krishna says, oh you stupid. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. We both have spent lot of lives, Because of your ignorance you have forgotten all that. It is but I remember them. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vedtha parantapa. That of those, all those, I remember all of them. You do not remember. That is how relying on memory is not a good thing at all. It is, memory is funny. That is why I am bringing it out is because many doubt how is there reincarnation. If there had been reincarnation, I would have had memory of my past birth. Swami Vivekananda has squarely answered this question. What this objection is, you are saying that because you don't remember. Do you remember, Adya, what you did when you were 2 months old? No, but will that mean that you never were 2 months old? Can that mean that, oh, I was never 2 months old because I don't remember? It is so silly, you see, that we tie our existence with memory. If I remember, then I am. That also is not correct. There are false memories. I had given a talk on that once, Sunday lecture, that it is a thing that never happened, but you have a memory of it. Psychologists have done some experiments that how to generate false memory. Remember, Rashmi, false memory can be generated like that. It never happened, but you get the memory of it.
We go to a psychiatrist. We go to a psychiatrist.
Yes, that you may not remember at that time, It is. So, and psychiatrists, they will treat you only if you have money. Otherwise not. So it is. Yeah, if I tell Rashmi, wow, very good, I am meeting you. That day we met in the mall, isn't it? Mall? No, I didn't. Oh, you came there. I was also there, and we had a nice chat. And then you and Vivek and myself, there was a nice coffee shop there. We had coffee together, and it was raining hard. And then I gave you both my umbrella. You, how did you forget all this? If I tell repeatedly in a very emphatic way, then Rashmi will say, yes, maybe that is true. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that mall, yeah. It was, and then she will start remembering it, telling it to others that this Swami fellow, when myself and Vivek went to mall, he happened to be there, and how I forgot, I don't know. So that is how it actually gets generated like that, false memory. That because I would tell her, hey, how you forgot all this? Then she didn't want to admit actually that no, how can I totally forget? It must have then happened. So that is how memory is no proof of existence or no proof of non-existence either. It is one of the tools that we have, memory, which sometimes, like all our tools that we have, sometimes function well, sometimes don't function well. So do not rely on memory, that you may not have the memory of something that happened. Like nobody remembers what they did when they were 2 months old. Adya said she doesn't know. Ask Adya's mom, she will also not know what when she was 2 months old what she did. Not Adya's dad, no. But they all were sometimes 2 months old, isn't it? So, therefore, memory is not proof or disproof. It is one of the tools that sometimes works well, sometimes doesn't work well. That's it. So, therefore, Arjuna is told, you don't remember all the previous births, but I remember. It is. So, this is how the body goes away, and this is one level of immortality, that you know that you are not the body, but you are the mind. Means just to make things simple, I am using the word mind. In Vedanta it would be called subtle body. This subtle body takes all the impressions and then put in a new gross body. That is called reincarnation. These days I have got a very nice analogy, because everybody knows that I don't have to dig out some ancient analogy. Everybody uses cell phones, smartphones. What Arohi, do you use smartphone? Now those smartphones, their designs are such that after about 4-5 years, they are not becoming that functional. First of all, they cannot be charged well. Secondly, all the new apps, they cannot be downloaded, because that is an old version. They are made for a new version. So you are forced to buy a new version. Now you buy a new version of the phone, but then what do you do? Do you lose Arohi, all the contacts, they are thrown away? All the nice photographs you took, are they all gone? What do you do?
Switch over. Transfer.
What Arohi, what do you do?
transfer?
You,
Transfer.
huh?
Transfer.
Transfer what?
The sin.
Huh?
The sin.
No,
Impression.
the sim is also changed. What do you sim you use to transfer something? Huh?
Contents of your self.
Huh?
The contents of the old self.
Yeah, and that is software.
Mm-hmm.
That it doesn't have any, you know, like weight or such things, you know. It is the SIM card has weight, but the information on that SIM card doesn't have weight. So that is transferred from the old phone. Then even our very skeptic students in schools and college, they understand. That is how all the software, the information, you have to have software, isn't it? Yes. And the body is what? The body is hardware. And so how the body functions, it has to have a software. Now this body, like the phone, after a few years becomes this phone. So you throw this body, discard it, but you don't want to get other things lost. So you take this and put it on the new body. All the old impressions get collected and put on the new hardware. So, you don't feel sad, you know, when you buy a new advanced smartphone. Oh no, I got a new phone, you will show everybody else. So getting new body is like that, you know. Nothing is lost. All things that you did, all your karma is taken from there and put on the new machine, new body. That is what is this reincarnation. Very simple. So even the school students also understand. So it is really, you can see the difference between the body and the subtle body. That is the first level of immortality that you will attain. The subtle body. There is differentiation there. The programs in one phone may not be the same as the programs in the other phone. There is a difference there. And that is sometimes get called in Vedanta as the Jivatma or individual soul. But that also is not really immortal, relatively immortal. Afterwards, at one time, even that also will be all gone. It will not remain anymore. So, then your true nature, where there is no mine and yours. With the subtle body, there is still mine and yours. Like my mind, we say my mind. It is my mind is not working well, let me go to Teresa. So it is like that, you know, that. So there is the distinction there, mine, yours, his, her, like that. But then you transcend that also. Then you attain the level of real immortality. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this has been very beautifully described. Bhagavad Gita, you will see, it is replete with this description of immortality in various different stages. One level of immortality is to identify with this subtle body than the gross body. So there you see that this body changes. In fact, you can change this subtle body from one body to another body even without giving up this body. You do that. It is, you can function through various bodies. Do you think, Shubham, that I will be able to function using your body? It is possible, just as I can use your phone, isn't it? So it is like that, very simple, that you can work through multiple bodies. It is, it is, because it is changeable. Just as you can you can work with multiple computers, you can work with multiple bodies. You get this understanding and the capability also of doing it when one gets hold of this truth that I am not this gross body. So, I am this subtle body. Now this level, to get to this level, now what happens thus? You have a control now. When it is so tight, now you cannot separate the two, mind and body. Therefore, see, it is so closely connected that if I say, give some scolding to somebody, then that person, the face will become like this and then start having headache and all that. Now I didn't do anything to the body. Why should the body, the face change? Nothing was done to the body. But then the tears may start rolling from the body. What happened? That, no, I was told, said all these words. My mom used to nicely tell me, console me. And when I would become sad, and when that said like that boy, he said like this to me, the mom would say, let that fellow say, did that make holes in your body? Why are you crying? Don't, it didn't make any holes in your body. Fine. So it is, because it is not body but is so tied to the body. Our mind and body, we are not able to separate. Once we get to the level when we can separate them, we'll attain one level of immortality. Then mind over body, and those things can work, that it is, you are not bogged down by body. It is a great thing to achieve. It is an achievement to learn that I am not this hardware, I am the software. It is. So then you can put it in any body, because now it is not tied down. In 99.99% people it is tied down. So you cannot separate. And therefore the body affected, mind gets affected. The body say gets some hit and is not able to, is very pain in a lot of painful situation. The mind also gets depressed. Nothing has happened to the mind as such. But the body, impact on the body gets that your mind also gets impacted because of that. But when you can see these two things as separate, then the data has remained safe. Our Abhijit's computer got spoiled some days ago. So our expert Jitendra, he tested and said, no, the hard disk, that the data is all safe. So that is safe there. So now you can transmit it, transfer it to something else. So this is how you learn that you are different. Then you can load it on another machine. and can work through that other machine. This is the how the advantage will be there for you by knowing this immortality and separateness from the body, so that spirit can be instilled. That spirit in the sense of mind can be instilled, can be transferred, and can work from another body. It is, your psychology has not gone to that level, you know.
My psychology.
No, the your means that what you learn and all that silly westerns, not even worth calling psychology. It is, but it is. So that is one level of immortality. In 15th chapter, therefore, there is the description of three Purushas, three beings. One is tied to the physical body, Kshara Purusha. Kshara means continuously changing. Then there is the Akshara Purusha, relatively unchanging. Dvavimau Purusho Loke Ksharascha Evacha Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani Kutastho Uchyate. A very beautiful verses. 15th chapter also tells about the transmission of the one subtle body onto another gross body. From one gross body it is taken and put on the other gross body, just exactly like you take the software from one computer and load it on another computer. It is, you have to untie. They give, these business people, they are very clever. They don't want easy change. That, okay, you this software has been sold to you. This office system has sold to you for this. It is now tied to that computer. There is a key by which it is tied. So you can then, you have to have the key to unlock it from there and put into the new computer. There you have to again use that key. So this is transmission happens like what gets transmitted, Chakshush, Shrotram and all that comes and goes there. All your organs, all the work that you have done, all that gets transferred from one body to another body. Now, these are the two beings, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha. That Dvavimau Purusho Loke. That these two beings, Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani. All these material that you see, that is Kshara Purush, body, nose, eyes, ears, all continuous changing. Relatively unchanging is this Kshara Akshara Purusha. That Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani Kutastha Akshara Evacha. That relatively unchanging being is this Akshara, which relatively unchanging means the body goes, but this can be put into another body. So that is relatively unchanging, that it is of the nature of information, and so it is unchanging. But relatively, really unchanging, Uttama Purushastvanyaha. The Supreme Being is different from these two. Uttama Purushastvanyaha. Paramatmeti Udarata. He is called the Paramatman. Not the individual separate I, but the real I, which is everywhere. That is the true I. That is our true name, I am. I am. Like if I ask, hey, who are you? He will say, I am Jitendra. She will say, I am Sandhya. That girl will say, I am Rashmi. Even when she is sleeping, she wakes up when her name is yeah. So it is. Yeah, it is. That is why you call person, to
Yes.
wake that person up.
Yes.
So it is because that is a key. I was telling you about the key, so this is the key. So it is that she will say, I am Sandhya, I am Rashmi, I am Shubham, I am Anupam. All of you tell your real name first, and that is same for all. I am. Other names are changing, isn't it? And they can be changed. Suppose later on Adya thinks that her name is not that good, I will have to change it to something else. Adya, what they are not, people are not able to pronounce properly, so I will change it to something else. She can just change it. Go to some office for that, some civic body office, and then file an application, file an affidavit, go to a court, have some minor process, minor fees, and then you are all set with the new name that can be changed. And moreover, there are various names for the same being. Suppose Adya takes up the profession of teacher, goes to teach, then for her students will call her what? Teacher. For them the name becomes my teacher. When she goes to doctor, her name becomes what?
Patient.
Patient. Doctor looks upon you as a patient, so your name for that becomes patient. But what does not change is I am. I am a teacher, I am Adya, I am whatever new this thing, all that will be there, but the real name remains the same, I am. And that is common for all. Even if suppose a mosquito is able to speak, then the mosquito, and if they have different mosquito names, that mosquito will say, I am so and so. I am not the one who bit you, that was another one. So it is all, the Uttama Purusha is that which does not change at all, that I am. That is our true nature, the Uttama Purusha. So one has to learn to identify with that. And then nothing will remain to be attained. You are fulfilled. That is therefore the goal of all religions, to be immortal. What happened? Amit has some question to ask.
So the journey is sequential, right? Journey is sequential, right? So the journey of the spirituality is sequential from different purushas.
Yeah, it is transition, It is.
But step by step. It's step by step, sequential.
If you get the realization right now, you don't have to follow you can skip the sequence, The sequence is like, suppose there are many get double promotions. So they skip one this thing. Suppose Adya studies so well that she finishes the 4-year course for high school in 2 years, then she can skip the 2 years. So it is like that. You can skip if you get the knowledge that you are infinite, you are everywhere, and all that. Raman Maharshi got the first step when he was 16 years old. He saw one day that he is not the body. He was sleeping at night and he was dead. Dead means he could see that the body is gone, dead. Not that the body really died, but he saw this, that separate from body. Do you see this great idea? That he could, that is the realization that I am not this heap of flesh and blood and all that, just as I am not a clothing, like you have this thick jacket on you right now. When you go to California, in San Jose, will you put it on? No, that will be a torture to put it on there. So according to the situation, you take that shirt. Exactly according to the situation, you take the body on, and when the purpose is done, put it off. And the body, like the shirt wears, after putting it on for a long time, you know it is all torn, gone. So that is it, it is an intermediate stage, but not a necessarily intermediate stage. Yeah.
Maharaj, I have a question on the subtle body. So the soul base or the subtle body, whatever, it transfers over, right? What carries over? The impressions, obviously.
Yeah.
How about the knowledge, intellect, everything?
Everything, that is also all impression,
Yeah.
The knowledge is also impression. Pleasures, pains, all impressions are carried out. Nothing is deleted, that is also, we press delete button, it doesn't get deleted actually.
So just the question is, for example, let's say someone is studying economics, I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
You learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you carry over do you think all the knowledge carries over to the next generation, so you become an economist again? I'm just asking.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Even in this life, somebody is an economist. I know one gentleman who studied economics, but then changed the line to something else. So it happens. Many study medicine and then do not practice or do anything connected with medicine, do something very different, do business.
So your intellectual capacity carries over from one thing to the other?
Yeah. But then it will, this is again, you have to see this, its expression will now depend on the new hardware.
That's true. That's true.
It is, suppose for example, nowadays you don't see them, but first we had a mono monitor, means it didn't have any color. It is only that black white, like that monitor. In 1990, when I had that, there was only monocolor. If you want to buy color monitor, you have to pay more. So we didn't have money to pay more, so we bought only that. So now the program will have so many colors, but nothing will get expressed because the hardware capacity is not there. Now you install a colored monitor, it will come there. My computer, deliberately I have not put microphone there. No microphone. So that whatever I talk will not get, and because it is very dangerous, for last so many years, your microphone remains on, and then that from that on internet it will get to somebody else. So therefore I don't keep neither microphone nor camera attached to my computer. No input devices are kept very limited.
Your phone is, your watch is doing that, your phone is your watch and your phone is doing the same.
No, my watch doesn't have that.
It has a mic.
It doesn't have that capacity to listen. It looks like that as if it is an Apple phone. It is not. It is a $20 simple phone, so it is. But yes, so therefore it is very important not to, so it is, but the program has that. There is this proper sound card and everything is there. So, yeah, but the expression will be determined by the hardware limitations.
You know, Maharaj, interesting you say that. For example, we inherit a lot of genes from our parents, right?
Yeah.
But in our life, the genes may not express because of the environment. So same thing happens here also. Very interesting.
So it depends on whatever you want to express, it gets expressed. Many ask me that why then we don't remember past births. Oh my goodness, whatever you know in this life, that memory, that is playing so much havoc, already in the brain. Suppose you remember suddenly your memory when you were a cat some months ago, and then you see a mouse, what will you do? Imagine. So it is a blessing, that all this memory therefore is there in a microprocess form, very compressed. It is not easy to express it. Like many things that you don't require, you have them in the home, you put them somewhere in the attic, not easily accessible. So it is like that. So let us, Rashmi will sing a song and then we will conclude. Any questions there?
No.
No questions. Anybody else want to sing? Do you want to sing, Sukha? You are all set? Yes, he is all set to sing. Do you want to dance, please?
I'm all set also.
She is a good dancer.
Only one interpret.
I'm all set.
Good.
Guru कृपांजन पायो मेरे भाई राम बिना कछु जानत नाही गुरु कृपांजन पायो मेरे भाई राम बिना कछु जानत नाही अंतर राम है बाहिर राम है अंतर राम है बाहिर राम है जहाँ देखो तहाँ राम ही जहाँ देखो तहाँ राम ही गुरु कृपांजन पायो मेरे भाई राम बिना कछु जानत नाही जागत राम ही सोवत राम ही जागत राम ही सोवत राम ही सपने में देखो राजा राम ही सपने में देखो राजा राम ही गुरु कृपांजन पायो मेरे भाई, राम बिना कछु जानत नाही। एका जनार्दने भावहीनिका, एक जनार्दने भावहीनिका। जो देखो वही राम सरीका, जो देखो वही राम सरीका। गुरु कृपांजन पायो मोरे भाई, राम बिना कछु जानत नाही। राम बिना कछु जानत नाही। राम बिना कछु जानत नाही।
Very good.
What was the song about? Ram.
This is actually, there is a slight mistake in that, and the Eka Janardani is not correct there.
No?
No, it is Kabir's bhajan.
Why is it in here?
It is, there is not everything that you find on Google is not right, Yeah,
That's a very
it is. That is a very well-known bhajan of Kabir. But somebody just did not put that how to Kahat Kabira Anubhavanika. The line is like that. Kahat Kabira Anubhavanika Jit Dekhu Tit Ram Sarika. That Eka Janardani, those bhajans composed by Eknath.
That
They
is why I
have
was
that,
also wondering why this line
he
is
never
there.
composed any Hindi bhajan.
Yeah, I was also
Sant
confused.
Eknath. So it is, please
I will
correct
change.
it. Somebody did it, many like that to put it, especially Swami Purushothamananda in he was in Belgaum, Bangalore. So he has found somewhere and then put that into it.
Okay.
So and then that becomes popular then. It is not no Eka Janardani.
Yeah, I was confused because this is Marathi.
Yeah,
And in a Hindi bhajan.
Yeah, it is, and I have heard it being sung by great singers with this, Kahat Kabira Anubhavani ka jit dekhu tit Ram sarika.
Kahat Kabira Anubhavani ka.
So what is the gist?
Kabira Anubhavani ka.
I will change that.
Yeah.
The gist is that because of my Guru's grace, it says because of my Guru's grace now I see Ram, I see the divine, like actually what we were talking today, something to do with that. I see that same Atman, that same all pervading being in everyone. I see it inside me, I see it outside me, wherever I look I see it I see that same being everywhere. When I sleep, also I see the same being. When I'm awake, I see the same being. When I'm in my dreams as well, I see the same being. So that.
The body connection is gone.
Yeah. I should have given you this, So with this you can sing one more song. Everybody heard here, but on the web they could not hear. She has a huge stock of songs, but looks here.
I don't remember all.
Still.
So this is
because
on
her background
Ramakrishna
is dark,
Paramhans.
bright. She's becoming dark.
चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम। सामने विराज रहे हैं, सामने विराज रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण पूर्ण काम। चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम। धरे दिव्य नर शरीर, धरे दिव्य नर शरीर, हरे जग जन की पीर। धरे दिव्य नर शरीर, हरे जग जन की पीर। लीलामय पार करा दे भव दुख नीर, लीलामय पार करा दे भव दुख नीर। देख कृपा सिंधु, देख कृपा सिंधु बाट रहे हैं, देख कृपा सिंधु बाट रहे हैं, भक्ति मुक्ति अष्टयाम। चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम। छोड़ सकल कामना, छोड़ सकल कामना, प्रभु शरण जामना। छोड़ सकल कामना, प्रभु शरण जामना। रिपुओं से निस दिन क्यों करे सामना, रिपुओं से निस दिन क्यों करे सामना। उसी ताप हरण विमल चरण में, ताप हरण विमल चरण में, पावेगा चिर विराम। चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम। मना मैं पना विसार, मना मैं पना विसार, जान प्रभु पद ही सार। मना मैं पना विसार, जान प्रभु पद ही सार। बन जा निश्चिंत सौंप कर उन पर भार, बन जा निश्चिंत सौंप कर उन पर भार। सदा गाता जा, सदा गाता जा भाव मगन हो, गाता जा भाव मगन हो। मधुर राम कृष्ण नाम, मधुर राम कृष्ण नाम, मधुर राम कृष्ण नाम। चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम। सामने विराज रहे हैं, सामने विराज रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण पूर्ण काम। चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम, चल मन आनंद धाम।
So let us say grace and have prasad. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagnam Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahmakarma samadhina. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, please accept our offerings, bless us, make us pure and all-loving. May we not accuse, demand or complain, but love, respect and cooperate with all. May we not find faults with others, but try to find our own faults. May we not treat others as strangers, but learn to make all our own. May we feel the whole world to be our own. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. So,